Hello there. My name is Michelle Mercier, and I'm the CEO and president of the Marlborough Regional Chamber of Commerce. Welcome to another membership spotlight video. Very excited today to welcome the innovative minds behind NextGen, Langston, Reid, founder and CEO, and Owen O'Brien, chief experience operator. Kick-ass title right there, buddy. So just so all of you know, NextGen is a student-led organization dedicated to connecting, educating, and empowering young entrepreneurs and future leaders worldwide. So gentlemen, thank you so much for being here with me today.
Thank you for allowing us to be here.
Of course. I was really looking forward to, I said that with all genuine curiosity, looking forward to this conversation. But before we jump into about the company, can you give us each a little bit of background behind your insight behind your background? Getting a little backwards here. Go ahead, Owen.
So I am 18 years old. I'm a senior in high school at New England Innovation Academy. I'm from Billerica, Massachusetts originally.
How did you get involved with this, with NextGen?
So this originally started as a class project. At school, we have an entrepreneurship class where the whole goal was to bring an idea to life and learn about business through that form. So when Langston proposed the idea, I just resonated with it a lot. So I, chose to hop on the project and really help develop and grow the project from there.
It's fantastic. Yeah. So what's your entrepreneurial kind of spirit feel like? Like what interests you about entrepreneurship?
I just love being able to be my own boss and have the ability to make the decisions and like really be in charge of like myself and what I want out of my experience in business.
Yeah.
And that sort of like self-leadership and self-governance has been huge for me and like such a huge reason why I've become an entrepreneur. And also like social entrepreneurship, bringing change and bettering the people around me and the world around me has been a huge part of why I do this as well.
That's amazing. That is amazing. All right, Langston, you're up.
I'm sure I can top that.
So give us a little bit of insight into your background. I know we were talking earlier, you have an interesting background and lots of travel, lots of living in different places. So give us the insight.
Of course. So my name is Langston Reid. I have grown up in the U.S. I'm a U.S. citizen, but for the past 12 years, I've lived between the U.S., London, and Switzerland. I currently live in London, but I go to school at Marlborough, the New England Innovation Academy, where I'm learning innovation, human-centered design, entrepreneurship. And while at this school, I identified a need. Before I was at a private school, coming to NIA, it's now my second year, and I realized that business education is rare.
It is.
Learning about entrepreneurship is rare. And the resources and opportunities around that are even more rare, especially for young entrepreneurs. So Owen, myself, and our friends, we came together and we decided that we should do something about it. Instead of looking for students who are into business and entrepreneurship and trying to say, hey, come, where are you at? Can we come to you? Can we come find you? How do we get to you? We said, come to us.
Awesome.
Right? And NextGen is that opportunity. It's a summit, a one-day summit that we host annually with other events surrounding it. But our main event happens one day. We have a pitch competition. We bring in leaders around AI, experts, entrepreneurs, industry leaders who can speak about technology, marketing, design, who can share their experience and basically offer insight that students wouldn't get at their traditional education. So I see NextGen as that class that students cannot get with today's educational system, which is really nice, something I wish I had since 9th grade. So I'm currently a senior, and my entrepreneurial spirit definitely lies in like problem solving. I can imagine ever since I was younger. It's weird that I'm going to be mentioning this, but Minecraft. I loved Minecraft. It was my favorite game when I was younger, and problem solving is definitely infused into that code. Growing up, I think problem solving has just always been a part of my DNA. My dad's an entrepreneur. My mom's a CMO. So business as a source for impact and positive good is definitely something that I've resonated with. So
That's fantastic.
I see that being that.
Yeah, I mean, I love the niche that you guys are filling, and I love that you're filling it early.
Yeah.
Because I think there are so many people in my role that I see coming up in our entrepreneurs, and they don't know what they don't know. They can't even, answer typical like basic business question: who's your ideal client? They can't do stuff like that because nobody ever taught them. They just had to figure it out by trial by fire, which is not good system to figure things out with. That's wonderful. And I also love the fact that both of you, mentioned the social impact, because I think that is extremely important to be mission driven. So can you tell us a little bit more about the inspiration behind NextGen? Is it just that social impact, or was it in the education, or is there more to it? Or what do you think about that?
It was definitely a fusion between all three. I think Owen can agree with that. We basically identified that our school, the New England Innovation Academy, it's unique, right? It's been around for only 4 years. They brought together professors and people who were basically on the forefront and the edge of education and said that, hey, this is something that's lacking. Business education is lacking.
It is.
Us having the luxury of an entrepreneurship class, us having the luxury of learning about innovation in an innovation studio class is rare, something that we don't want to take for granted. So a part of starting NextGen was that like, wow, like we are in a fortunate position to learn about these kind of things. And we know that students who are like us, who are our age, who are equally as passionate and ambitious, just don't have these resources or opportunities to meet entrepreneurs, to get funding, to be a part of a pitch competition, to learn what it means to do a P&L, right? That's stuff that you won't learn until college or even after that, right?
They don't even tell you that in college.
Exactly. So me and Owen's my best friend, we basically came together and was like, yo, like we got to do something about this.
Yeah.
So seeing the success of last year's summit where we brought together just over 100 attendees, young entrepreneurs, leaders, etc. We want to do it again this year, bigger, larger, better, more precise as well. And that inspiration definitely was like wow, like if I wasn't where I was at right now, this is something that I wish I would have had.
Yeah, right. I think, and that is the true calling of an entrepreneur for both of you, right? And seeing the void in the market space, and then saying, okay, how do I fill this, and how can I make an impact while doing it? So I think that is great. So what sets your conference apart from other resources? Because I think we mentioned this earlier when we were chatting, is that some of these resources, like I think there's a misconception about your generation and the fact that they don't show up in person. They're just online all the time. Connection is kind of gone. All that kind of, I call it BS. So what sets this conference apart? Why are people showing up?
I think people are showing up because they see other like-minded individuals, some other people who are their age, motivated, who want to learn, who want to grow, also showing up.
Yeah.
Right. And they are able to build those connections and really grow their network in person, actually go out and meet these people, shake their hands, talk to them, and actually like build that in-person connection. Before then, going onto LinkedIn and hitting that little
and
connect
the
button. But like it feels more like a genuine connection to them. And then that's a resource that they can tap, whether that's connecting with a guest speaker and being like, hey, I have this idea, or hey, I'm looking for this internship. Is there a position that's open for me, right? But it's also connecting with their peers and being like, hey, I have this idea. I think I found like your insights at the conference were really interesting. Do you want to help me with this idea? And building those connections for them to go out and then use those connections in the world, become entrepreneurs, or find internships and jobs in the business world after the summit as well.
Yeah. I mean, I think the most valuable thing about being an entrepreneur, or in order to be successful, is your ability to network and to make connections. And I think a lot of people will start relying on, they're like, well, my website needs to look good, or my social needs to look on point, like things like that. But I think if you can't connect with people and shake hands and actually actively listen to people, you're not going to get very far, right?
So true.
Right. So it's just, I feel like people miss the point sometimes. So I'm glad that, I'm going to say this again, I'm glad you guys are starting young on that. What is the age of people who attend your summit?
So it spans. So right now we focus on high school, which also allows those middle schoolers to get an advanced level, and the college students be able to get back to those fundamentals if they haven't taken a business class, et cetera.
Oh, great. So it's a pretty wide span, which means you must get a good array of ideas too, because I mean, from a middle schooler to a college student, there's no bad ideas.
Definitely.
There's just a lot of good feedback. That's fantastic. So where are your speakers coming from? I know I am one, so I can say that, full transparency. But where else are you bringing in people? I know you mentioned a pitch competition, which is fantastic. Like, what else is going on at this conference?
Yeah, so we're bringing in speakers from a variety of places, which I think is the best part.
Yes, agreed.
Some of our feedback from last year was that the speakers didn't look like me, sound like me, feel like me. They were all over the place, right? But in what they did, but I guess the diversity of ages and races and genders is something that we really focused on this year. So we have some incredible speakers as last year from all over the place. We have people who are CMOs, CXOs, who are designing innovative technology, who are professors in AI, and they come from our network. So people we might know through friends and family, but definitely our school's been super supportive with connections through the university network, the Babson College network, through the companies and organizations that we work with. Just as a school, they've been able to reach out to people. And what's really nice is I'm not sure if it's just Marlboro, or I'm not sure if it's just maybe the people that we know, but it's been really, really good feedback in the sense of if I can't help you if I don't know something about AI or something about LLMs or something about design and marketing. I know someone who does, right? And that's someone who I can potentially pass on to you. And that's been super successful, especially because as students, right, our network's limited. The people in our lives have been really, really helpful.
But I think this would hopefully expand your network significantly. I would hope so.
Which is good as an entrepreneur.
Because I have said numerous times, Langston, that your emails that you send me are more professional than the majority of adults that I. No offense to my adult friends, but what he sends me is some fantastic materials. Your sponsorship packet was fantastic. Your website looks great. All of kind of that collateral material that sets you apart is fantastic, and you guys have done an amazing job at that.
I appreciate it.
Canva.
Yeah.
Canva's the way to go.
Canva, agreed. Me too,
We
friend.
spend so much time on Canva. We have whole branding packets. We're making
good.
all these presentations and doing all these flyers and posters. Canva is the way to go for that.
Yes, I'm sure. Absolutely. I couldn't echo that even more. So what are some feedback that you hear from attendees that attend this? Like after, is it a transformational experience? Because it sounds like it could be for some of these kids.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of great feedback in terms of just like how happy people were. I think the stat was we had like a 90% of attendees rated us 5 stars, which was really, really huge for us. First time.
That's huge.
But a lot of people were like, it was so great to like be there and be in the room with all these people. They felt like they made great connections. They felt like the speakers were relevant, right? We wanted to have speakers who felt like they were talking about topics that were relevant today. So we had speakers on AI, speakers on personal brand, how to build that personal brand online, how to, make a good LinkedIn, make a good website, all those things. Also like financial literacy, how to be good with your own with your personal financials and business financials, like those relevant things, especially as young adults who are growing into the world, whether that's getting into college or beyond college, those skills that they're going to need to know. It was that relevant content that they really enjoyed, and that networking and finding those like-minded peers that was really.
I wish I had you guys when I was younger. I think it would have just made such a big impact. So tell me, how has NIA kind of shaped this for you? I know you've mentioned it a little bit, but tell me more specifically kind of how NIA has really, because if you weren't at NIA, would you have come up with this idea, you think?
For me, yes.
Yes, you probably would have.
I think what's interesting is if I wasn't at NIA, I would have wanted to do the idea even more, but I wouldn't have had the space for it. So before NIA, I was at a private school in Andover, very well known, but I felt like they were lacking in the entrepreneurial category, the innovative category. Of course, just traditional education in general is. I had this idea while there, like, how do I bring together some of the innovative and talented and curious and ambitious students like myself, my age? But NIA is really unique because it's so new and it's growing and it focuses on innovation that I feel like I can do it there more than I could have anywhere else. So I think NIA served as like a foundation, as a supporter, as a partner, to allow us to use their spaces, to leverage their network, to find other schools like them who could basically come along. And them being new, it's like this upward trajectory, right? The way that I think about it is, even as an entrepreneur, you don't want to hop into an industry that's on a decline, right?
Right. You want to be on the right up.
Right? Yeah. Being on a school that's on the right up, that's focused on some of these things that are emerging, it's just helped our summit even more.
That's wonderful. How about you, Owen? What did you get from the NIA connection? Did he say it all?
I mean, he pretty much said it all. Yeah. NIA has just been so supportive in giving us a space, a network, and just like the time and ability to really make this, grow this, and make the idea thrive. Yeah. Right. I don't think like, if it wasn't for NIA, first of all, we never would have met. Right.
Agreed.
So we don't even know what could have happened. And the idea we wouldn't be able to leverage that network of people who want something new out of education and want something new from their education. So that sort of has helped us grow and be able to fully flesh out our ideas and make it real.
That's fantastic. So fantastic. True. I love the out of the box thinking, and just, I feel like it's out of the box thinking, but really it should be more common practice. Yeah. Right. Going forward in the state that we're in right now. So let's talk about Costa Rica, friends. So what? You guys are having a conference in Costa Rica? Can we talk about that? How the heck did that come about?
We're going international.
I love it. I love it. How did you end up with that?
Yeah, so another huge part about NIA is its commitment to making some really great and really strong and innovative partners, one of them being the Lincoln School in Costa Rica. So last year, our summit was a huge success. We showed Lincoln School our sizzle reel. We showed them basically our mission of growing the access and resources and opportunities for young entrepreneurs to learn about entrepreneurship and business. And they were like, wow, like this is something we wish our students had. We know we have students who are interested in starting ventures and they already have ideas. We wish they were at NextGen's pitch competition where they could have won $1,000. So they basically said, hey, if you're open to it, we'd love to have you over here, figure out a way to grow your mission and potentially start a chapter up at the Lincoln School. So this year, March on the 18th, me and Owen will be hosting a summit at the Lincoln School with our partners over there, the regional CEOs Alexia and Alberto, who are 2 students at the Lincoln School who are doing a phenomenal job at basically doing what we're doing over here at Marlboro, making that opportunity huge and a great event over there. So it'll be cool. It'll be our first business trip, especially outside of the country, which will be super nice, especially before you go to college. And
huge.
we're super excited.
I hope you're expensing that.
Yes.
Oh, yes, 100%.
Budgets, all that kind of stuff. The partners and the stakeholders and board of advisors wants to know. But
Yeah.
They want to know all of that. Great. You already know that part about entrepreneurship. Fantastic. Anything else that we did not cover here, guys, that you think would be really impactful for people at home to know about NextGen or about yourselves?
Yeah, I think if you are out there and you're like, I don't know where to begin. I have these ideas. I want this sort of education. I want to be in business, but I don't know where to start. Come to NextGen, right? It's a variety of skill sets, ranges. It's a place for people to come learn, grow, and maybe find out, if business and entrepreneurship is for them. And, you could win some money too. So, little plug, but
That's a plus.
come through. Yeah.
How do you run your pitch? This is a random side question. How are you running that pitch competition with 100 people showing up? You have to enter it ahead of time?
Yeah, you have to enter ahead of time. We have a whole sign-up process. We actually participated and won a pitch competition called Entrepreneurship for All up in Lowell.
E4All. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. I know those guys. Yep.
Yeah, love E4All.
They're
My
great.
mother went through E4All.
They're great.
They're wonderful people. So we participated in the All Ideas pitch competition back last June.
Cool.
And so we sort of go through a similar process as them, where you apply online through our website. There's a few credentials you need to have.
applications are still open, by the way.
Still open, yeah. And then we select, I want to say around 3 to 8 businesses out of all those that apply based on their application, and they get the opportunity to pitch for 10 minutes, 5-minute presentation, 5-minute Q&A.
Awesome.
And then based on that, we have judges that'll vote. We have the participants, the audience will be able to vote and contribute as well, which is a really cool opportunity.
That's fantastic.
So if you are a student with an idea, with an already existing venture, with a shell of an already existing venture, please reach out, right? Find us at nextgenceos.org, NEXTGENCEOs with an S.org, and sign up for a pitch competition. Applications are still open.
That's awesome. I think pitching is one of the those skills that you really need to learn early, because
It's useful.
If not,
It's so useful.
it's useful across whether you're an entrepreneur or not. You always need to be pitching yourself, right? That's some valuable stuff, guys. Okay, anything else I missed?
I would say, talking to parents now, if you, I know my parents are thinking in a similar way, if you don't want your kid to be left behind, right? There are so many changes going on in technology and business. As a parent, if you want your kid to be on the innovative forefront, learning about some of these things that are emerging, connecting with other entrepreneurs who would basically elevate them in their learning, and if they're curious, right? If they're uncovering what it means to be a part of business and what it means to make an impact through creating new products and services that are actually useful in the world, send them over to NextGen, right? We're here, people younger, older there, and people with some incredible experience and insight is there. As well, if you're a parent or if you're someone interested in supporting our student-led initiative, me and Owen are seniors, but we have 8th graders, we have 10th graders right a part of our initiative. This is student-led, fully student-led. So if you're open to supporting and sponsoring, we'd love to hear from you. It'd be super helpful and allow us to keep our mission growing.
So wait, what happens next year when you graduate?
Yes, so me and Owen are going to be leveraging our network at university to basically feed in some incredible insights, professors, speakers,
You're
etc.
going to keep it going. Good.
NextGen will definitely keep going.
Awesome.
We're going to stay focused on that high school, college, maybe light middle school, upper middle school level, because I think that's where that learning and curiosity really is just emerging.
Yes.
But us at university and college will be able to leverage the larger network.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
We're going to be basically those stakeholders, those advisors, and we're excited.
So we
That's
have,
really great.
we as we mentioned with Costa Rica, we have a regional team there. We also have the regional team in Marlboro. So while we're off at college, at university, we'll be able to be mentors to those younger students who will keep it going in their own regions.
Oh, great.
So we'll be sort of hands off, letting them run it. And when they need us as a support system, we'll be there for them, ready to give advice, ready to help them out with some of the things that they need to get done. That way we can keep this opportunity open to all the students in Marlborough, around New England, Massachusetts, but also in Costa Rica, wherever we go to college.
Yeah, so there's room for expansion here, guys.
100%.
Right? Absolutely.
Owen definitely
Love
said it best.
I love it. All right.
Chapters, right? We're trying to grow like that.
Yes, absolutely. So tell people where they can find you again. Say that website again, and then any social platforms or anything else you want to share on, offline, whatever you need, guys. Tell us that.
Definitely. Please find us at nextgen.org, which is our website, nextgenceos.org. On social media, you can find us at NextGen CEOs, and we'll be waiting.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. And I can't wait to have both of you be my boss someday. That makes me excited.
It would be a luxury to work with you. Yeah.
So thank you so much to both of you for sharing your story and your insights. It's clear, 100% clear, you both have a passion for innovation, and it makes me excited to see what you're going to do next. And again, like I said, for you to be my boss someday. And those of you who are at home, support these guys. Go to their website. Follow them on social media.
Tickets are open. Tickets are
are
available. We'd love
open.
to
Go
see you there.
send your kids to the conference.
We're right around the corner.
And then also don't forget to shop local, because that's how we all get by here. Thank you so much.
So true.